Welcome to a special edition of On Mission with Proclaim Cuba. Today's special guest is Felix Sanabria. Felix has been on a life's journey that began in Carolina, Puerto Rico, and was profoundly shaped by the early loss of his father and the enduring strength of his mother, Doris Velasquez. Although a calling to ministry stirred him at a young age, his life path led him through unexpected turns, including a period of searching and discovery, and it was this rediscovery of his faith with the help of his wife Elizabeth and the kindness of pastors that reignited his purpose and set him on a course to share the transformative power of the gospel. Felix now serves as a leader with one of our incredible partners, Bent Tree Bible Fellowship Espanol, and is connected with us at Proclaim Cuba through the blessing of friendship with me and our executive director, Carlos Alamino. So welcome, Felix.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for having me this morning and
Absolutely.
sharing some time with you.
Absolutely.
It's a true blessing doing work with you guys and doing ministry and sharing life
Thank you. Yeah.
with Carlos and you, Andrew.
Yeah, it's hey, the feeling is mutual. You know, we're blessed to know you too, Felix. So to our listeners, this is a special edition of the program today because we're going to break from our regular standard format to talk about an idea that Felix had to help us in our fundraising, and it's a great idea. So we wanted to let you share how you got the idea, what it is, and what that looks like today, and then I'll help you understand how you might be able to give towards that and just bless us with maybe a monthly contribution. All right, Felix. So, what is the idea? Let's break it down. And how did you come about thinking about that?
Well, first, I don't want to take 100% credit for the idea, right?
Hey, there are no new ideas, right? They tell us
Right.
that all the time.
So it was basically a conversation that I had with Carlos,
Okay.
our director, and we were having a coffee, right? And we were sitting down and we were talking about how can we reach out mainly to our Latino community, and we were just sipping on a cup of coffee, right? And we were talking about that, the experience of just having a coffee,
Yeah.
and then the name just came on board, right?
Mhm.
Dame un café para Cuba. We love having coffees, right? And that is that is a common bonding among cultures, right?
Yeah. Right.
But I can say, as a Puerto Rican, I love having a cup of coffee in the morning, in the afternoon, mid morning, anytime, right?
Right.
So, and usually here in Texas, we are accustomed to pay $3, $5 for a cup of coffee anywhere we go, right? So, in talking to Carlos, I say, why we don't pay $3, $5 at a time, and we call it Dame un café para Cuba, and that same amount that we pay for a cup of coffee, we can give to the mission in Cuba that we're building, right?
Wow.
And then we spring, so that way we just give some money, so that way we can build some funds
Yeah.
to the mission in Cuba where we can have we can provide there. In that conversation with Carlos, that's a simple $10 a day.
Yeah.
It provides nourishment for camp goers
Yeah.
in Cuba for a day, for
Yeah.
two camp goers in a
Yeah.
day. So $10 a day will provide for their meals for a day for two camp goers,
Right.
right? That is part of what we are doing. We proclaim Cuba. We
Yeah.
are doing camps
Mhm.
in the summer for kids. We do school. We do camps,
Yeah.
but we also do sports camps
Mhm.
in the summer.
Yeah.
And during that time, kids get hungry, right? So we provide meals with that experience. That coffee cup, in theory, that we provide, it will help at least two kids. The
Uh,
last time that I talked to Carlos, we were able, Proclaim Cuba was able to provide for 24,000 kids in Cuba. Uh,
25 actually. It was amazing
25.
amazing
Wow.
last year. We were planning for 10 and we got 25, and we're expecting even more.
Wow.
They've been doing teacher trainings all across the island already, and they are just preparing for this summer of 2025 to
Amazing.
be able to
Amazing.
care for even more kids this summer. So I love the idea. Let's do a little language lesson for us English
Yes.
speakers here. So let's break down Dame un café para Cuba.
Yes,
So
sir.
dame in Spanish how would you translate this
So
into
the whole phrase will be give me
uh
a cup of coffee for
uh
Cuba.
for Cuba? There you go. It's as
Yes.
simple as that. And I
Yes.
like that. And you're exactly right. People pay a lot of money for some coffee, and we're just used to kind of doing that. But as we know, that dollar goes so much further in Cuba that the idea of even bringing $2 to $3, $5, whatever it might be, it can create a lot of nourishment. Like you said, we can buy meals. We can do a lot with that money. So we have over 200 pastors and leaders that we support every single month. And that need continues to grow as we plant churches. We've got 150 new home churches that we've planted, trying to reach 700 by the year 2033. So with our partner, the Timothy Initiative, we've seen God really explode that. So the need grows. And so ideas like this are really a blessing. And we'd like people to take that to heart, to buy a cup of coffee for Cuba. That just really is a basic principle that most people can relate to.
Andrew, and one of the things I love is that 100% of that donation goes straight to that fund,
Mhm.
and it goes straight to the people that are in need. I'm new to this world of fundraising, and new to the world of Christian organizations that do work outside of the US. But there's costs related to running an organization like any other
Sure.
organization in the world, but none of the funds that we collect through Dame un Café para Cuba, or like we say in English, give me a cup of coffee for Cuba, none of those funds are destined to for run any of the organizational part of Proclaim Cuba. We already have funds destined for that. That we have been blessed with people that already give us money for that for that end. So 100% of these donations go straight to the people that are in need of these funds in Cuba.
So if you wanted to donate to this, you can go to our website, which is www.proclaimcuba.org, and then go to the giving section. Just look for the little menu up at the top. Just click on give, and one of the options down in the selections are Dame un café para Cuba. So you'll see it right in there. So give me a cup of coffee for Cuba. I think that's a great slogan. It's simple. You say you're new to this, but that's a great idea. Sometimes the best ideas are the most simple ones. And so, Felix, thank you for thinking of that. Thank you for giving that idea to us and working through us to try to help kids in Cuba. As I said, the need grows greater, but the kingdom is growing at an exponential rate there. We just have seen so many people. I came back from a trip recently. I got to help baptize 41 people in the ocean.
Wow.
And that's just a small portion of what our network is able to do through God's direction. And this ministry of 34 years continues to this day because of ideas like this, of being able to provide funds to support the pastors so that they can provide for their families, so that they can continue to shepherd their flocks. And Felix, you're headed towards the pastoral role, aren't you? You're in
Yes.
seminary right now, right?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing proudly my RU shirt
There you go.
today, representing my university. I just finished my spring semester,
Awesome.
and I'm heading to my short week of rest and starting my summer
All right.
session very soon.
How long do you have left before you become a pastor? Before
So,
you're ordained?
actually, I feel like I'm a pastor at heart.
Well, we're all pastors at heart. We know that. That's already
Yes.
a thing in us, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But to end my theological studies,
Mhm.
I would say I have until next spring semester, so a full year,
About a year. All right. Well,
about a
very
year. Yes,
good.
sir.
Lord, we ask your blessing upon Felix, and just
Amen.
help him to continue to pursue that call that you've given inside of him, Father. Thank you for this time today. And Felix, we just ask God's blessing upon you and your life, with your family, and with your flock that you're already leading. So thank you, buddy. We continue to work together for our friends and neighbors in Cuba, and we're blessed by you. Thanks again for being on, and we'll see you next time.